Hey everyone, what's going on? I'm Lev, and in today's video we're gonna break down how to price your photography when you're just starting out. At the end of this video you will learn exactly how to price a photo shoot, and hopefully you'll get to transform from a confused photographer to a confident one. So one of the scariest moments I remember when I was just starting out photography business was talking about money and pricing with clients. It was always the last topic in the conversation with the client, which is of course a huge mistake. And as the conversation would get to the point where we should talk about money and prices, I always get my stomach hurt and feeling sick and goosebumps all over my skin. I was always afraid to lose the client, and in my mind I had this picture that I imagined the clients hang up the phone right in my face and like laugh about the enormous price that I would give him. And when I think about it, the main reason that things happened the way they happened is because the lack of knowledge and experience I had at this point of my career. Like back then I had only one friend who was a photographer, and she was totally in a different niche. She was making wedding photo shoots, and I wanted to work with business clients, and it was always a stressful moment for me to talk about the price with the client, and I think many of you can relate to these feelings. So let's talk about the steps I took and the things you can do too in order to start your photography business with the right foot. So step number one is making a competitor's research and getting a point of reference. So the first thing you want to do is make a competitors list around maybe 10 or 15 businesses in your niche, and you want to get a variety of businesses in terms of how successful they are, because you want to see how much the least successful businesses are charging for the same services that you are offering, and you also want to know how much the most successful businesses are charging. And after you'll make these calls, you'll see how much the least successful business are charging for the same services and how much the most successful business in your area are charging for their photography, photo shoots, and you'll have some point of reference of where you are in your niche. In addition, and not least important, you'll get to see how those businesses are interacting with clients, how they are talking to their clients, do they send some price proposals, and what things they include in their photo shoot services. And from all of this information you'll get from talking with other businesses, you can take the best stuff to your business and modify them. So after making this call, you should be out of the void and confusion regarding the pricing in your niche. And this is exactly the perfect moment to move to step number two, choosing a starting point and understanding the healthy progression of a profitable business. Now, to understand better the second step, I want you to look at this U-shaped graph. The left y-axis of this graph is your price, which starting at $300 and goes up to 10K. The x-axis is showing your proven experience in your niche, and the right y-axis, which pointing downwards, is showing the risk that the client takes if he hires you. So let's say you have finished with step one and you did all the things that we mentioned before. So let's say you decided that $300 is a good price for your services at this point in your life with the experience that you have. And on the other side of the graph, we can see accordingly that the risk of the client is pretty high, is around 90 to 100%. And it's because you don't have really much experience. You only made maybe 1 or 2 projects of this kind. But as we follow the white line of the graph and you gain more and more experience in your niche by making more projects and more photo shoots each day, the next thing that's happening is that the risk of the client is getting lower and your price should get higher accordingly. So by looking at this graph, we actually understand that the concept behind pricing is really simple. The more proven experience we have, we become the less riskier option for the client, or in other words, the safer choice, and therefore we should raise our prices accordingly from time to time. So if you're planning on building a profitable business in the future, as I plan, you need to understand that clients don't book the cheapest option. Clients book the least risky option for them. And in other words, you need to stop worrying about whether you price your photo shoot for $500 or $600, and you should start thinking about how do you make your client feel that you are the safest and the best choice for him. So that's all for today, guys. If you like this video and it was helpful, hit the like button. If you have something to say, leave a comment down below, and consider subscribing, of course, to my channel for more content about the business of photography. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.